Hello, welcome to Inner Circle in Astrology. We're here to talk about Gemini a bit more and then introduce the sign of Cancer. So when we talked about Gemini, we said that it's phase number 3 or sign number 3 in the zodiac, meaning that this is the moment where reality is seen as communication or connection. We said it is an air sign, that it's masculine because the energy becomes expressive again, that it is the first mutable sign because in mutable signs the energy is flexible and it moves or oscillates between two poles of reality, and this is Gemini, and that its ruling planet is Mercury. That has to do with communicating. So matter, which was the previous phase, number 2, Taurus, is not like a block. It has these poles which have different charge, and the connection between these different poles, the constant connection between these different poles is Gemini. So in matter there are always these variations, and Gemini has the function of, or is, this connection, not the function. Gemini is deeply a connection. It's the number 3. It's the connection between number 1 and number 2. The number 1 was the Big Bang, the expression of Aries, and number 2 is matter, the matter that Taurus symbolizes. So for Gemini, reality is information, this constant communication of different variables, and there is nothing that is left isolated for this sign. Everything has to be connected. So deeply, this is a sign that has a very loving quality because nothing is left aside. Everything is included in Gemini, included in the sense of connected or linked. So reality is relationship. People with a lot of Gemini in their charts are then very versatile. They are very mental. They are very talkative. They are playful. There is a quality of instability in their personalities because of this constant need to experiment, to this versatility that is necessary to connect things that are very different all the time. So they are very sociable, they are adaptable, they love to talk, they love to find associations between things all the time. That is why maybe for other energies, these people are very unstable, or they cannot be counted on because maybe they think something and they do something else. This is something that Gemini can do because all this activity, mental activity, does not mean that they have to do whatever they think. They may think one thing and do something else. This is the quickness of the mind that Gemini brings about. Emotionally, they tend to disconnect from emotions because the world of emotions, its complexity and the fact that it's slow is hard to deal with for somebody who is so mental and so quick. So they tend to disconnect emotionally or to rationalize. Bodily, they move their hands a lot when they talk. They are very light. They go from place to place constantly. moving around. Well, their mind is super fast. They're always making associations between things. They love to explain, to use words, and they see different points of view. So this is the openness of Gemini. So with that said, we can introduce the sign of Cancer. That is our first water sign in the zodiac, and with Cancer we complete the first quadrant of the zodiac mandala. Excuse me. So Cancer, this is the symbol for Cancer. Gemini, in Gemini the symbol was the twins, and in for Cancer the symbol refers to the crab. It's sign number 4, so it's phase number 4 in this process, and this is the symbol for Capricorn because it is its complementary opposite. Cancer is family or clan, and Capricorn is society. That's a polarity between them. It's a water sign, so now we're in the realm of emotions. It's a feminine sign as well, so the energy here is reabsorbed. And its ruling planet is, actually it's the moon, it's a body, it's not really a planet. Cancer has a cardinal quality. This means that here in Cancer something changes for the rest of the zodiac. Changes in astrology are not forward, are not linear, but they are a turn. So with Cancer we have this turn, this change in quality of the energy, because Cancer will bring something new. Something new. If we compare the first 3 signs and the qualities they brought to the zodiac. So in Cancer we have that a human or familiar quality appears. Something new starts, and that is form and an inner world. So what this means is that what is familiar for us people, or the human quality that appears with Cancer, is form. We had matter in Taurus, but matter is not form. Matter is just that the radiation from the explosion that air is expressed becomes stabilized. It becomes concrete. And then we had the variations in Gemini, this experimentation, constant experimentation between poles, until at this moment in Cancer we need to keep some of those variations isolated from others in order to build or make form available. So form means that some variables are excluded and certain elements can interact more permanently, and this brings stability. So as I was saying, some of the variables with which Gemini played all the time, and with all of them, incessantly, certain variables have to become stable in order to have form. So the movement that Cancer is going to bring about is of isolating certain variables so that they can become stable and produce that form. So in Cancer, there is isolation of part of reality. And that brings stability. There is a choice in Cancer to isolate and create an inside and an outside. So within the form, this inside is built up, and that inside has to do with an inner world, and the variables left aside become the outside. The inside is like a village with a fire in the center and people gathering around it and eating food and emotions and feelings circulating through the food. The outside is dark and in a way dangerous. Dangerous for this inside that has an incipient form and needs time to develop to maturity. So we also have that protection of this form is necessary, and this has to do with a clan or the family and with lasting combinations. So this isolation that Cancer brings about, this closing moment, that's why it's a cardinal moment, because something different happens. There is a closing moment in which some variables are left inside and others outside. The ones inside are protected so that they become stable enough and familiar enough to build form. And this is the idea of a family or of a clan. Some members are inside and belong, and some others are outside and not part of a clan or the family. This is like the uterus. It's a protected place where the egg that is fragile and that is new has time to be nurtured and to grow. In the next phase, which will be Leo, this form, when it is ready and ready in its development, is going to need to come out of this protected inner place and find identity for himself. More about Cancer next time. And we will also introduce Leo. As you can see, every phase leads to the next. What is left outside in Cancer, and that is denoted as darkness, or this is not us, or this does not belong to this inside, does not disappear. It becomes the unconscious, and there will be a moment when we have to come face to face with this darkness, with this material that has been excluded, and that will be Scorpio. So see you next time. Probably Wednesday I will come up with another video on something else that can further your knowledge about astrology. Thank you.